Hey y'all, I'm Tiffany. This is our small town life. Come and sit on the back porch with me for a little while today. It's been a little while since we've done a back porch chat. It's been on my heart and mind the last few weeks to sit down and do one of these, and so I'm being very intentional today about doing this and inviting you to sit on the porch with me. If you're new, my typical content around here is sharing our small town life with you. What our days look like, whether that's here on our little homestead or taking you around town with us and letting you have a glimpse into what life looks like for us living here in rural Alabama. These back porch chats are my way of inviting you to sit on the porch with me for a little bit. I think the world would be a better place if we'd all just sit on the porch together for a little while, and this is my way of inviting you to sit on the porch with me. It's been a little while since we've done one of these. Some of y'all have told me that you missed them, and I'm excited to have you here on the porch with me for a little while today. I'm sitting here looking at the greenhouse, and the cover is on it, and it looks beautiful, and I'm going to be starting some seeds out there, if not today, in the next few days. I've got some things I'm going to grow in the greenhouse, some seeds I'm going to start in the greenhouse, but we had to put a new cover on it. A storm came through a while back, and this cover that we had made it through several storms, but this particular one got it, and we had to order a new cover, and I got somewhere I'm going with this, so just bear with me. But it happened at probably the most inconvenient time, because it was time to start my tomato seeds and my pepper seeds. So I started them in the house, and that's fine. I've done that many times before. We started our seeds in little cups in my bathroom. They sat in my bathtub. There's a window there. They get plenty of sunlight, and they do well there. And we also see them multiple times a day walking by them, and I enjoy that. And this year it's been really fun because the two smallest boys, the two little boys, they are really interested in the garden and what we're growing, and they'll see little plants and say, "We're growing food." And it's just been really fun to see that and their excitement over that this year. But had to start my seeds in the bathroom and walking by them multiple times a day. If you've ever planted a seed, I think you're going to know what I'm talking about when I say you plant the seed and then like 30 minutes later you're looking to see if anything's happened, and you know it hasn't, but you're just so excited you keep checking it to see if there's a little plant coming up from the soil yet. And pepper seeds take a while, and I know that, but it never fails. Year after year I'm impatiently waiting, and it gets to the point where I'm like, well, maybe something's wrong. Maybe nothing's happening. Maybe my seeds are bad. Maybe they're not going to grow. What have I done? Why is this not working? And then finally we'll see a little green start to stick out from the soil, and it's like angels singing, and they are growing. This year, as I went through my impatient waiting, I felt God telling me, "Tiffany, how many times do you do this in your own life? You've got something you're hopeful for, you're praying about, and it seems like nothing's happening." And we start that nothing's happening, when in fact maybe God is just still working underneath the soil. Just because I couldn't see the little green of the plant yet, there was still things happening. God was still working. He was taking care of that little seed and doing everything that needed to be done so that it could come up out of the soil and be seen. Just because I couldn't see it yet doesn't mean that nothing was happening. And we do that in our lives. Just because we can't see it yet doesn't mean that God's not working. It may just still be underneath the soil. And I was like, okay, God, I hear you. This was a lesson for me to learn. And then I just kept feeling like somebody else needed to hear it too. Maybe you've got something in your life that you've been praying about and it's just not coming to fruition. Feels like nothing's happening. Maybe we just need to wait patiently for its time. in its time, we'll get to see it. Maybe God is just still working underneath the soil. And that doesn't mean that every plan we have for ourselves is what God's plan is for us. I've had many times in my life where I've had to learn that Tiffany doesn't know best. and God's plan for me may not be my plan for myself. But then there have been times where God's plan was better, or things did work out like I was hopeful for. I just had to be patient and let it happen in its own time. And I felt like I needed to share that with you. We need to have a little back porch chat and chat about that today. Those plants that I started in my bathroom are now out in the garden and growing. We have had a good bit of rain and the tomato plants look great. Everything. The plant starts we put out in the garden, the seeds we started in ground, my raised beds, my GREENSTALK, everything is just looking really good right now. Audrey did a whole flower garden. She's wanting to do flower bouquets this year, and all those little flowers are starting to come up, and I have a really good feeling. I'm very hopeful about our gardens this year. Last year was a tough gardening year, and I know it was for a lot of people. I had trouble growing things that I've never had trouble with before. Our tomatoes did great last year, but there was just so many things that it was just a struggle. But this year, I'm excited about what I'm seeing so far. I feel like it's going to be a good gardening year. I guess we'll see. So many things have grown since the last time I did a little garden tour for you. I need to do one soon so you can see just how quickly things are changing and growing. And even those pepper plants that I was impatiently waiting on, they are doing really well. And I'll just have to be patient when it comes to peppers, because it's one of those things where sometimes even after I put the plants in the ground, I start going, well, they're just not going to have any peppers on them. They're just not going to have any peppers. And then by the time we get into our really hot summer, they are loaded and producing. And I'm like, oh, yeah, this is how it always works, Tiffany. Just be patient. I'm really excited about our garden spaces this year. I think I'm going this afternoon to pick up our bees. I'm excited about that. I'm going to do a whole video on that and talking about the bees and answering some questions that y'all have had about what happened to the bees we had, what are our plans with our bees. We got some new baby geese and baby turkeys. I'll show you a little peek of them in that video as well. It'll be the next one that comes out. It's always exciting to have new babies, new life and new things happening on the homestead. Those little goslings are just the cutest thing, y'all. There's a special place in my heart for geese, and those little goslings are just the cutest. I can't wait to share them with you. All right, I think that's going to be it for this one. I'll see you in the next one. If you want to see any of our other back porch chats, I'll link the playlist down in the description box. And if you're new, I would encourage you to go check out some of our other videos so you can see what we do here. We sure would love to have you stick around and be a part of our YouTube family. Thanks for sitting on the porch with me today. It's been nice to have you here. I love you. I appreciate you. And I'll see you in the next one. Bye, y'all. Oh, and before I end this video is going to be my last video that goes up before Mother's Day. So I want to say a special Happy Mother's Day to those of you who are mothers or mother figures in someone's life. Happy Mother's Day.